30 frames. Yeah, then it went up. So,
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
tell me about the earthquakes.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
How are the lyrium mines?
Josephine's report mentioned several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
How darkspawn have surfaced?
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
We better get them there.
It's hardly the time for a lyrium shortage. Orzammar's mines need all the protection they can get.
I'd offer to go with you, but someone should keep watch. Plus, I could use the sun if this storm ever clears. The lift's ready for you.
The rock popped in.
Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
I forgot I could put stuff on my nice.
Stupid darkspawn.
You're much more likely to hit rock.
Still their house. Message sent.
We should be wary of raw lyrium.
I'm more worried about finding darkspawn.
Neither is a pleasing prospect.
Dwarves cannot dream, yet they devise the most fascinating inventions.
Not all ideas come from the Fade.
True, but these designs must be inspired by something.
The real world? They need to use something.
Korut, Magirl, Novrik, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Volta.
A trust Valar, Inquisitor. The Shaper it welcomes you to the deep roads.
Why are you in the shadows?
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Tell me about the shepherd.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
A difficult task.
How bad are the casualties?
How many dwarves have you lost?
More than we can count. The mining caste has suffered greatly. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold.
The frame rate.
The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the Darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
Are the mines that important?
What will happen if we lose more lyrium mines?
The surface needs lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzammar's economy relies on the lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
Why call upon the Inquisition?
Orzammar deals with Darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid. Any threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
How dead is this Legion?
I trust this Legion of the Dead isn't actually deceased yet.
Not yet, but they are ready to die.
Screaming and cheering.
Apologies for pushing you. I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay. Just fucking around with my controller. Come on, me. So I technically can't get out of here. Oh, that will kill me probably. Alright, there's the landmark already. Follow me as you just stand there.
Keep your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
I don't really need all this finger weed. I cleaned the trees. Those rocks just fall through the ground. I think they did. Almost looks like I would get up there, but nah. Fuck your spinning weed. Have enough of that shit. Oh, Inquisition perks. What ogre?
An ogre!
Hi there.
Maker's breath!
It's level 13. I lost one of my abilities.
Strike now!
To break the ogre's grab, use an ability with physical effects such as stun, knockback, or knock dead. Oh, focus is my left. Use my focus still. Top left is my stun knock.
While it's distracted!
I don't know how much focus I have. I just don't. Okay.
It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack!
Oh,
It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack!
and focus. I think. That needs to I'll go ahead and stand by. Still having total loop. Wow, this thing's attacking.
Now! While it's distracted!
I barely did this thing. It's almost half. Good thing our tank takes 3
Right
damage.
now!
How do I put abilities into slots? Or what's this?
Strike now!
Maybe I can't do it in battle.
It's not focused on us! Now's
ogre so tanky.
Now, while it's distracted!
Too focused.
Strike now! Now, while it's distracted!
Oh my god, that does so much damage.
You have my gratitude.
And this together.
If I lost you, I'd never make it out of the deep roads.
I'm sure you would find a way. If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed. Let us hurry.
There we go. That's better. I should have used that fucking bee thing a long time ago. That would have helped a lot. Nice.
I will never get used to the stench of Darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air.
Oh, right, there's fall damage. I shouldn't be jumping off things like that. That's a shit up here. Guess I can't jump down. That wasn't so bad.
That's the broken seal ahead.
We camp here.
It is worse than I thought.
I hear people fighting, but I don't see it.
Get those charges to the tunnels!
Pop in.
Someone prime the sonic fuses!
Am I supposed to do that?
We can't lose this position! Hurry!
I have 3, but I still can't use it.
Can't set the charges with those bastards breathing down our necks!
I'm dying.
That's a darkspawn!
There's way too much dark spot for me to handle. Still can't use it. Oh, 5. How much dark spot is there? Holy fuck. Get off of me. Still can't use it.
Solace needs help!
How much do I need? What the fuck? It's supposed to be like the last resort spell. Do I need a full circle to use it? I seem to be dying. I nearly died. Something's shooting me. This Hurlock is shooting me. There's a ranger up there still. I've only defeated half. Not even half. This is brutal. Everything's dead. Rip. Oh, there's 2 alphas. I still can't use my thing. That would have really helped in this fight. Also, the bees would have helped in this fight too. I can use it now. Fuck. Alright. Get me out of here. We're gonna do this. Please. Get him, please.
That's got them on their heels. Keep it
Oh
up.
god, it does so much damage. It's stuck. It's fucking stuck. This AI. It's also running the wrong direction.
The seal's clear! Prime the charges!
Now, set the charges!
I did it. Take cover outside the chamber. Okay. Thanks for telling me, game. Press A to take cover. Feels like just stands and watches. I hear all these people, but where are all these people? Establish camp.
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that. Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
Tell me about the deep roads.
How many deep roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thetis to the other, if you have a death wish.
The roads once connected dwarven cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the Darkspawn. Ren and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
How do you work together long?
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah. The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. Asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
You can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
Your soldiers are
For
impressive.
such a small group, your people have held up well.
The Quakes took a lot of us. Reinforcements will be slow to arrive.
Take cover!
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
How can you know that?
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Ren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity, but now? The text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
So you want me to kill that thing? Titans.
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the First Blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away, and there's no mention of the Titans in Orzamar's memories.
Which tells you something.
I didn't hear a rhythm.
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense, and Volta's better than most. She never gets lost.
How convenient. What do you mean by the stone?
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
You may be onto something.
In my experience, no explanation is too strange to consider.
For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
So where am I supposed to find this expedition table? If it's not in Skyhold. Oh, it's here. So this is basically another Skyhold. What the fuck? There's nothing here. Oh, something here. But we're busy. I did inspect it. Do you want me to inspect it again?
I've been meaning to ask, Inquisitor. Skyhold, how does it... well, hold in the sky? How do you keep it from floating away?
It's built into a mountain.
Held by the stone, then.
You fought in the Blight.
Shaper Volta said you're a veteran of the Blight.
I was a wet-nosed recruit.
But you survived.
Swing your axe long enough, you're bound to hit something.
You must have racked up a few stories.
Maybe when this is all over, I'll have the time and ale to tell them.
Most of Ren's stories end with decapitation.
I'm an efficient guy.
You seem close to Volta.
A historian and a soldier. That's an unlikely friendship.
What makes you think we're friends?
The bickering.
Fair enough. Volta's got the stones of a silent sister. Doesn't mean I won't give her a hard time.
Let's discuss the Legion.
I'd like to know more about the Legion of the Dead.
The Legion's pretty straightforward. We keep the Darkspawn out of Orzammar, and we're sodding good at it. Becoming a Legionnaire is a lifelong oath, one that can't be broken. We celebrate our own funerals before coming to the Deep Roads. As far as our families in Orzammar are concerned, we're already dead. Hence the name.
We can't return to Orzammar.
That's quite the commitment.
It isn't a glamorous life. Every Legionnaire has their own reasons for joining. From the common criminal to the Deep Lord with illusions of grandeur. All are accepted.
What about you? Why did you join?
I had a responsibility.
Thanks for your time.
The Inquisition is on everyone's lips. Even the Assembly has taken an interest. I'm told King Balin wished to meet you personally, but the Deshos talked him down. The earthquakes present too great a risk. When the previous king died, Orzammar nearly fell apart.
How did you become a Shaper?
How does one become a shaper of memories?
I was born with a keen stone sense. It caught the Shaper's attention. But my passion for history earned me the title. It was never really a choice.
How do you know Titans exist?
You seem quite excited by the idea that these titans may exist.
My connection to the stone allows me to hear it, but I can only listen. Titans can sing through the stone. It is extraordinary. We call ourselves children of the stone. What does that make the Titans?
Let's talk about Orzammar.
What's life like in Orzammar?
I haven't lived in Orzammar for 3 years, but I receive updates. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
Do you miss it?
Do you miss living there?
I do sometimes. Particularly the easy access to a warm bath and clean clothes. But the importance of my work outweighs the comforts of the city.
Dwarven politics interest
How's
me.
the political climate in Orzammar?
There have been riots due to food shortages, but they will pass, I hope. I've no doubt some Deshers will try to use the situation for their own gain. But the king has a good hold over the assembly.
Dishers?
What are Deshers?
Members of the assembly, all noble-born. Through the assembly, they govern Orzammar. The king presides over them.
Why are castes so important?
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined.
You can't change castes?
There's no way for someone to change castes.
It is possible for a member of the lower caste to marry above their station, but only their children's caste will improve. Similarly, when dwarves are made casteless, so are their descendants.
Why are castes so
A
important?
dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined.
Oh, I went through all this. Okay.
That's enough about...
Of course.
Thanks for the insight, Shaper.
My pleasure, Inquisitor.
I
We'll
don't know
speak another time.
how I didn't notice that was the exact same dialogue. Okay, got a bunch of stuff. Busy. Alright. That's not the right button. Gotta save here. Then be done. So, until next time, bye.